Hardy in Ospreys colours. For Bulls, 8 of the starting 15 were involved in the URC final at the end of last season, including the entire tight 5. Marcell Coetzee and Reinhardt Ludwig get their first starts of the season, and it's Boeta Chamberlain's second start for his new club. The Centres have 6 tries in 3 games against the Ospreys, and World Cup winner Wilco Louw is at fullback, flanked by Arendse and de Klerk. And then on the bench, Van der Merwe and Hanneken were both in the URC Team of the Year last season. And the Bulls are looking to go 4 from 4 against the Ospreys. They're all smiles, and I'm not surprised. They're undefeated at the start of this season. This is the first of their tour that takes them to Llanelli, Treviso, Galway, and then North London in the Champions Cup. More firsts as well. Ospreys looking for a first win against the Bulls at the 4th attempt. And they're coming off the back of being nils for the first time since 2019. But it is an all-star cast for the Bulls today. We saw Ruan Nortjé there. Curtly Arendse announced this week that he'll be going to Japan Rugby League 1 with the Dynaboars, the former home of Wales favourite Keiran Williams. But he will be looking to go out with a bang. And Wilco Louw starting his second season with the Bulls after he spent 4 in Japan himself. A real class act anchoring the attack for Bulls today. Well, they're 2 wins from 2. Ospreys, just the 1 win, but that did come with all 5 points at the Brewery Field against South African opposition. But back at the Swansea.com stadium today, Jac Morgan, the club captain, doesn't lead the team out today because Morgan Morris celebrates the century. And in the back row today, with Jac Morgan and Justin Tipuric, and the fact that he is held in the same esteem as 2 Welsh captains tells you everything you need to know about an Ospreys legend. Well, there is the club captain in the back row with the Centurion and the former club captain, another Centurion, Reuben Morgan-Williams. Well, he's got another Welsh international to contend with now. Kieran Hardy is fit and raring to go. And Max Nagy, second start in a row after being benched for the first 2 games, had an outstanding performance in the rain at Munster last week. 191 carrying metres. And if Ospreys are going to get anything from this game, then he needs to be seriously on it too tonight. Well, we're counting down to kick-off here. All smiles for Toby Booth. But before kick-off, we will pay respect, honouring Kevin Bowring, former player for Neath and London Welsh, had the honour of being Wales's first professional coach. Hugely respected rugby man who will be missed by many.
Sadly, given the losses of the days, 4 Welsh George, 10 Greatbanks have passed away. We now observe a bit of silence in his memory of Wales' first full-time professional coach. The silence will start now on the referee's whistle. Thank you. Thank you.
An immaculately observed silence here at the Swansea.com stadium. And now it's time to meet the officials. Owen Cross, the man in charge today, ably assisted by Ben Breakspear and Ben Connor. The TMO, should he be required, Colin Stanley. Ospreys back in black, back at the Swansea.com stadium for the first time this season, looking to make it 2 from 2 against South African opposition. Bulls on the road for the first time. Comfortable victories in their first 2 games. Looking to get their tour off to the perfect start on a perfect night here in Swansea.
Tight man.
Dan Edwards gets us underway. Round 4 begins. Bulls receiving the kickoff in the white. Ospreys in the black. And for the first time this evening, we say hello to Philippa Tattier. Compared to last week, this is practically Caribbean conditions, isn't it?
Yes, it certainly is. Gosh, the conditions up in Munster were cruel. Even Munster didn't get used to them. They were something else. So yes, dry here so far. Crisp evening. Much better playing surface for Ospreys.
And the first touch for Ospreys, carry for Jac Morgan after a safe catch from Max Nagy. He'll be pleased with that one. There he is, taking the ball behind the gain line, looking for the offload, can't find it. Good intensity early on from Bulls, as you'd expect. Reuben Morgan-Williams, oh, intercepted. Thought about the box kick, changed his mind, and Ospreys could regret this early on. Bulls with a bit of surprise possession after a great read, and here goes Gerhard Steenekamp into the 22. Bulls, absolute gain line monsters. The best in the URC, and they find themselves in the red zone already. Louw, Moody, Nagy out of the line to make the tackle. Ospreys getting the turnover. Morgan, Tipuric win the penalty, and Ospreys survive.
Morgan and Tipuric, what a lethal combination over the ball. It's going to be a big evening for them. They've got to target that ball at the breakdown. We know how threatening Bulls can be when they can keep hold of possession and get that quick ball. They've got lightning fast backs. Coming off the back of 2 wins where they scored plenty of good tries, but it all comes from that first phase ball. Look, both of them over it. Almost acting like twins, a simultaneous jackal.
Well, they are 2 breakdown phenomenons. And the back row is going to be so competitive this evening. Tipuric off the top, Dan Edwards. It's good handling here. First carry for Jac Morgan. Could be trouble here, though. Picked up by de Klerk. De Klerk offloads to Moody. Lovely one-handed catch. Bulls pouring forward. Louw, the captain, gets around Gareth Thomas and gets the first try of the night.
Brilliant reactional bit of play there from the Bulls. As soon as that ball went to ground, they flooded through and pounced on it. Frustration for Ospreys, though. No one wanted to put a name on the ball. A bit of a miscommunication there. But like I say, credit to Bulls. Jumping on that ball and flooding through is the most important thing. Oh, missed time in there from Luke Morgan coming round on that arc on the outside, just overran it. Initially, the really good tackle there from Owen Watkin working back.
Thanks, Colin.
Well, Bulls didn't punish Ospreys the first time. They got the interception, but the second mistake in midfield, it was ruthless. Elrigh Louw, second try of the season. Picked one up against Ulster, got one against Ospreys. And here's Chamberlain to add the 2. Up go the flags, on go the points. Ospreys 0, Bulls 7.
Here we go, we just see the ball there, look, it's pulled in behind, trying to release the winger there, but unfortunately went to just a bit of dead ball space.
We didn't point out before, there was a late change in the starting lineup for Ospreys. Luke Morgan has come in on the right wing for Iestyn Hopkins.
Okay, retreat, Ospreys.
And if we receive any news about why, we'll let you know. But either way, great player to be able to bring in Luke Morgan, very experienced.
All on.
Dan Edwards.
Keep retreating.
Scoreless last week, as were the rest of the Ospreys, but the week before picked up 20 points, a career high for him. That's kicked in field by de Klerk. Tries to turn the defenders, both wingers are back.
No. It's goal line.
Papier was giving chase there, and he got a little bit closer than Ospreys would have liked.
Yeah, it certainly did. Almost got away from him there. Just about gets the ground in.
Okay, 10.
You talk about being, being nailed last week. First time since 2019 that's happened. So I was speaking to a few fans on the way in, and they're just looking for retaliation. tonight, a bit of a reaction. They said even if they lose tonight, but we see more of that fire, we see points on the board, a bit more of Ospreys play, they'll be happy.
It's your own player there now. No, don't push it into him.
The Bulls have done very well against Ospreys in the URC era. The 2 games played back at home, they won 61-24, 43-26. The last time they were here, 38-31. Both teams getting try bonus points. And I'm sure those of you watching around the world, wherever you are, will be delighted with that tonight. As Wilco Louw is punished at the breakdown.
Yeah, well, that's what made that Ospreys Stormers game so awesome, wasn't it? Absolute try fest, quality tries as well, you know. And that's what I think the Ospreys fans will be looking to see a little bit more of. And on contrast for that, for Bulls, being away on a long tour now, they want to be enjoying their rugby whilst they're here. They want to be having fun and scoring some good tries.
One receiver now, let's go.
Dewi Lake started all 4 games so far this season for Ospreys. Picks out Adam Beard. Line-out going well so far. Then out the back to Edwards and Morris, the Centurion. Awkward ball. Still in Ospreys' hands. Reuben Morgan-Williams to the right this time. Watkin. Dots that in behind. Arense. The first there. Oh, Watkin gives chase, and they're going to try and get him back over the line here.
Okay, no hands, Ospreys.
Curtly Arense does well to stay in field.
Use it. All on.
Smart kick though from Watkin.
Use it.
And Papier finds the pass. Louw finds the clearance, and that'll stay in field. Edwards from Nagy. Over to Conbeer. Lovely feet from Conbeer. Scored in his debut against Dragons in round 1. Oh, and then knocked on. A little bit careless from Lake. And Bulls will have the put in at the scrum.
And that's just testament to the pressure that the Bulls are putting on with their defensive line. They're really coming up harsh and in your face, and it's so hard. You say don't take your eyes off the ball, but you can see there he's just seeing as peripheral vision that the players are coming onto him. See his head tilt there? He looked up before he made the catch.
Set left of my mark, please.
It's easy to say don't take your eye off the ball, but when you've got Ruan Vermaak and Ruan Nortjé in your peripheral vision,
I know.
Probably 250 plus kilos.
Yeah, it's like trying to say, look, cross the M4, but don't look left or right.
Yes, yeah.
Just see if you can make it all the way.
Let's speed this up, please.
Well, this will be a big part of the game today. Ospreys front row: Gareth Thomas, Dewi Lake, Tom Botha,
Crouch.
Steenekamp, Grobbelaar and Wilco Louw.
Set. Okay. It's gone straight to floor on the far side. Can we all get better height? Yeah. Better height here. Feet up, head and shoulders up. Quick reset, thank you.
Let's go. Come on, bro. Let's go.
Wilco Louw on the tight head side for Bulls. A giant of a man.
Crouch. Bye.
Of course, made himself very popular
Set.
in the Premiership,
Elbows here.
picking up a winner's medal in his couple of seasons with Harlequins.
Advantage.
And Bulls winning the scrum penalty. Referee
Left is here.
not happy with the Steenekamp Botha side.
Tried to give it to you, but the ball wasn't coming out. Okay. Number 3 collapsing under pressure.
And it's Botha who's penalised.
Which is a surprise. He's one of the strongest scrummagers for Ospreys, but like you say, the front row they're going up against, it's going to be difficult for anybody to compete.
Well, all 3 of the Bulls front row with international caps.
Okay.
And when you think how competitive those Type 5 jerseys are for the Springboks, phenomenal achievement just to pick up 1 cap. Grobbelaar goes to the back. Not the cleanest ball. Tipuric made a nuisance of himself, but here come Bulls. De Klerk off his wing. Here is Louw. Chop tackle by Thomas.
Wait.
Steenekamp, the next to go, driven on by Grobbelaar. Dewi Lake gave himself a great chance. Beautiful line. Moody finds the space, finds the speed, and Arenza is going to run it into the corner. A fabulous score by Bulls.
That was a really composed bit of play from Bulls. You know, when they released the pass to the winger, literally the rest of the team just stopped. They knew that he would finish it off. They didn't even bother flooding through. We'll see it back here now. Lovely bit of interplay. It's that line just completely cuts against the grain and opens up that backfield. There's nothing Ospreys can do. From such a slow pace of movement as well, that's why that line is so important. You've got to put something onto it. You find almost sometimes when the ball slows up, if it goes down to ground, if the defence don't flood you and they stay on their heels, if you can put a sharp bit of explosiveness into your run, you're going to cut through. And that's exactly what Bulls did. Really good timing.
Well, Ryan Conbeer doing everything he could just to keep Curtly Arenza wide. But he strides in. Such a classy finisher. He's on 2 tries in 2 games now, following up his score against Ulster. Chamberlain looking to draw that one in. It's not going to do enough for him. So that's his first miss of the night. The Bulls going at a point a minute.
You just see Moody there, just putting that pace on and the quality of pass out to the wing. Real asset for Bulls. Player of the match against Edinburgh. He's really in form this season.
I'm not sure Toby Booth enjoyed it as much as we did.
Turn back on. Make sure we're all on.
Great start for Bulls, tough start for Ospreys. Edwards gets us back underway.
It's inside. Always inside.
And that is a lovely clean exit. Right on the line, beautiful kick. And at the moment, Bulls do not look stressed at all in any part of the pitch, do they?
No, they look very comfortable. Very much look like they're just finding their feet, doing what needs to be done, which is fearful because you know there's another gear to come.
Yeah, perfect.
Shortened numbers in the line-out for Ospreys, and that is gathered by Bulls, and away goes Papier. Serious gas from the scrum half, and he's going to score. Well, if you're going to score your first try of the season on the road, why not make it special?
Wow. Wow. That was incredible bit of pace. And what a line. I mean, he snakes right round, look, sees that gap, absolutely backs himself and goes for it, but has to go the long way round to be able to get in. Absolute wheels on him. We just see, look at the huge disconnect there, though, between 10 and the tail gunner, the person at the back of the line out. That's too big for someone who's as sharp as that. He's always going to run at that line.
It's great play by Papier, isn't it? Ball that they weren't expecting. And for everything you plan in rugby, sometimes you've just got to play what's in front of you. Stunning finish, great try. And a great conversion for 2 more points. Chamberlain takes Bulls up to 19. Ospreys in deep trouble, but let's take another look at this.
Running techers on him as well. He's absolutely just gliding across the pitch. Ospreys looking a little bit shell-shocked. This is the time leaders need to step up and try and get a grasp on this game.
One of those, Justin Tipuric, he leads the chase.
Users!
3 tries already. And in the big game in front of 80,000, Leinster scored 3 tries against Munster in the first 15 minutes. Bulls, not to be outdone or outgunned, have done exactly the same in their first game on the road.
Okay, leave it now.
But of course, getting so close in the last 3 years, Bulls, they will be desperate to go one better this year. Given the quality they've got, the depth they've got in the squad, who'd bet against them? Here's Louw. He's going to chase his own kick. Nagy's underneath it, takes it well. Max Nagy.
It's okay. Use it.
Well, he's given chase, but he's been left
Use it.
high and dry a few times, hasn't he, Max? In this game already. It's a tough life at fullback when you're under the pump. Oh, what a take.
Good take, play on, good contest. Okay, 14, back you go. Use it.
Luke Morgan tried to make a nuisance of himself, but came off second best there.
Okay, 2. Let him go, 8.
Papier, the try scorer. Rearranging the furniture. It's another high ball. Lorenzi's going to challenge, but Max Nagy is pretty safe and secure underneath it. He's aware of the touchline too.
Advantage.
Knock-on advantage. Louw. Creel. Moody. Oh, the ball not quite good enough to Clerk.
Okay. See what happens, Ben, yeah.
Every time they're on the ball, they look like they can score.
They really do. It's almost like they just kick into a fourth gear as soon as they get a bit of space. They really do look so threatening. That pass just going behind him there. Yeah, he just overran that a little bit.
4.
Gareth Thomas knocking that ball on in midfield, and that is a warning for Ospreys. If you cough it up, then you will be punished.
Make sure we stay 10. 4. 9. 9. Don't come early, okay? Yeah.
And Bulls with more territory and possession.
Back you go.
And they've made it count too.
Ball.
Look at Vermaak there, trying to get his hands through and spoil this line out. He's through the seam as well. Incredible. Ruan Vermaak wading his way through and spoiling that ball. That is proper lock play.
The pressure screw is just turning, isn't it? It's turning and turning.
And then you go to the floor, okay? Do me one favour, make sure you stay connected to the hooker at all times. It's a clear picture for me. Yeah.
But they had trouble at the maul last week. Ospreys, didn't they?
Just need you to keep your feet on your centres.
Although I think most teams have trouble at the maul when Tyke Burns playing against them.
Yeah, there wasn't much that went Ospreys' way last week. It was a difficult game.
But as for Bulls, they have absolutely flown into this season.
Crouch! Bind! Set! Will you stay in the second or let me deal with that, okay? I can't reward you because you're both going across the scrum.
Well, the good news about you being here with me this evening is that you're not in the mascot costume. Although I tell you what, it's a good way to stay warm because the temperature's definitely dropped.
Yeah, he's the one that's laughing at us. He's toasty roasty in there.
Coming to the end of the first quarter. Bulls in complete control.
Set. Advantage.
Ospreys scrum under a huge amount of pressure. Chamberlain puts some width on it. Louw. Arensi tries to go around the outside, checks back in. Electric feet. And Bulls back within 5. Chop on Ludwig.
Stop there, we've a knock on from Bulls. Come back for the penalty.
And it is relentless.
The speed of their attack, the quality of pass, the zip, the speed they're getting on it. It's all really, really good.
Number 3, overextended and collapsing.
You just see how quickly they got onto the outside edge there of the Ospreys defence.
Well, Tom Boeta back in the team after missing last week due to a visa issue. He's having a tough night against Gerhard Steenekamp tonight.
Okay, you're on the line, lads.
He's one of the players who was involved in both of the URC finals that Bulls have reached. David Creel, another. Kurtley Arendse, another. Nortjé, the captain, too. Here comes Steenekamp, crashing round the outside. Looking for quick ball here, Elrigh Louw.
Tackle now!
Being slowed down, but still finding a way to make an extra metre.
Okay, 6.
Bulls,
Good.
shadow of the post, looking for the bonus point try after just 20 minutes. Watkin comes flying out of the line, desperately trying to stop something. But the Ospreys shorter numbers. Is it forward? Referee says no. David Creel over the line. Is it down? Not this time.
No, it's backwards from Ospreys. That's why it's play on. Held up. Goal line.
Well, a bit chaotic there.
It's backwards from the Ospreys defender, and then you're held up over.
Let's take a look at this. Who got the touch on that? Nice attempt at the ball over the top.
Time off.
Well, David Creel denied there.
Time's off.
But something the Bulls have got all across their backline and in their pack, actually, are players like David Creel who've played at wing, centre, full-back, whatever they need. He was a deadly finisher when Ospreys played them away. He got 2 tries, but then we see him at 12 as a second 5/8 and a ball handler. And these kind of extremely talented Swiss Army knife players, that's what you can build a championship team around, aren't they?
Oh, absolutely, and especially when you've got your superstars maybe, you know, elsewhere with international duty. If you can have a strong player like that can be fully utilised around the squad, it is such an asset for a team to have.
Change in the front row. Ben Warren coming in, started last week against Munster, missed round 1. Former Wales under-20 international, and Tom Boeta going off with that left hand pretty still. He's not had a great 20 minutes here, but he certainly isn't a player that Ospreys will want to lose for long.
Use it!
Low.
Yeah, good 7.
Options both ways, stacked to the short side. They're going to send that to the skies. De Klerk wants to challenge for this. Bounces off the chest and into the hands of Keiran Moody. It's there for the second ball. Bulls back in the 22. Lovely nudge into space. Kurtley Arendse gets his second try. Outstanding. The bonus point in the bag. It's the 2 World Cup winners linking up. Louw, the provider, Arendse, the scorer, and it's 24-0.
That's such good play from the Bulls. It's the double kick that completely messes up the backfield defence. So the first kick brings up the full-back and wing to try and compete, but then it's that quick recycle and the second kick. Look, you can just see here Dan Edwards desperately trying to get across the field. He's totally out of position because of that first kick. So again, just looking so composed, Bulls, aren't they? They're not panicking. It's almost like they're playing a bit of chess. Make one move and they already know what the next 2 moves are going to be. To us, it looks like they're playing off the cuff rugby, but trust me, this is planned.
It's a joy to watch, isn't it? Incredible rugby by incredible players, but even though they've got that bonus point in the bag, Willie le Roux there still holding court in the huddle. They want more. Chamberlain. Another 2 points. And Bulls going at over a point a minute. Not 24 minutes on the clock, but 26 points on the board. And another look. This beautifully executed chip. So much space.
Yeah, so much space. Like I say, it was the double quick and the quickness. Oh, I'd say a penny for your thoughts, but I'm not sure we could broadcast them.
Again, the exit is clean and swift. Oh, tough pick up there for Max Nagy. He's going to chase his own kicks. He's not got any height on it. It's been knocked on by Nortjé. Back with Morgan-Williams.
Use it.
And Nagy in at scrum half. Ratti. This time Ospreys opt for the little dab. And that's bundled into touch. Conbeer thought he'd been taken out.
Happy there, Ben? Okay. Yeah. Here you go. You're on the 10-metre line, okay? Yes. Sorry?
Dewi Lake taking some time
Okay. Sorry, lads.
to dry the ball there, because even though it is a beautiful evening here, we have had showers throughout the day. Stay dry for the game so far. Keiran Williams in a spot of bother as well. And he's making his way towards the touchline. Luke Scully readying himself to replace him for his first game of the season. Big loss.
Oh, well, that's two really big losses, isn't it? You know, Tom Botha and now Kieran going off as well. This is becoming significantly more of a difficult challenge for Ospreys.
Well, Luke Scully given the nod today ahead of Phil Thockiner-Singer. The new signing who arrived from Leicester Tigers. What a chance, what a game to come into as well. And finally, we get to look left. 25 minutes on the clock, and we've not spent much time with our necks craned this way. That's 72% territory. Tipuric at the front. Another advantage here, so Watkin and Co can have a free shot at it. Dewi Lake carries it into his opposite number. Grobbelaar doesn't get much change either. Knocked on by Ben Warren, but we'll go back for the penalty. You could hear the groans from the Ospreys fans there as well.
Number one, early drive. Number one,
so little to celebrate.
One, early. Ruin, it's 2 in a row now. Discipline, please. 2 in a row. No more. Yes. They're on the line to take your space.
Ah, friendly faces.
They're on the line, okay, Ben?
Yeah, Scott Baldwin there.
Well, he's not doing the commute up to Newcastle anymore, is he?
Very true.
He put some miles on the car last year. Goodness me. Here come Ospreys. Dewi Lake. Now the backs add their weight as well. Watkins there, Scully's there. Desperate to get some points on the board. And they do get some points on the board. Dewi Lake goes over. First try of the night for Ospreys. And they make a trip to the 22 count. And goodness me, they needed that.
Gosh, I think everyone here needed that. But absolutely, after those 2 changes, lost 2 players with injury, feeling the pressure, points mounted on them. At 27 minutes, Ospreys have finally had something to say about it. And if one thing, they're clinical. They've got into the first time they've really had an attacking opportunity and they've taken it.
First try of the season then for Dewi Lake. And if you have got Luke Scully, Owen Watkin, Ryan Conbeer, Max Nagy, pretty much your entire back line committed to that, you have to score. Because if you turn it over, you're in deep trouble. Here's Dan Edwards then. 31 points in 3 games so far this season. His first chance of the night to get some on the board for Ospreys, but he skews that one to the right, and it remains 5:26.
Ospreys 5, Wilco Louw 26.
Quite a good scoring season last year, Dewi Lake, 11 tries for club and country. And of course that one goes down under his name, but a real team effort. And a big 11 minutes now coming up for Ospreys.
Thank you.
Can they get another score? Can they get a little bit closer? Or will that just anger the Bulls? And Louw beats the first tackle, nearly beats the second as well. So powerful in the carry, Wilco Louw. Very brave Ben Warren diving in the spokes.
Okay, 13, retreat.
Leroux. Great kick to compete, but Nagy so comfortable underneath it. Offloads as well to Beard. Beard met by Steenekamp. And Edwards gets it as far as the 22, but a very composed.
Okay, keep retreating, Bulls.
Willie Leroux drives one back. Oh, that is so well taken. Brilliant kick, but a great reception from Edwards.
Yes.
I mean, it's a great piece of play, and
inside.
If he gets it even slightly wrong, that is disaster. Well, Chamberlain has got to try in his first start for Bulls against Ulster last week. Of course, they can blood a new 10 because they've got that man on hand. But what about his opposite number, Dan Edwards? He's had a good start to the season, hasn't he? He played well last year, a lot of Wales under-20s caps.
Oh yeah, he had a cracking game against Stormers. Got the tries, conversions, penalties, drop goal, he was all over it.
Morris, straight into Elrigh Louw. Again, Leroux got all the time in the world. Oh, that looked a touch forward. And it was a touch forward. An uncharacteristic mistake from Willie Leroux.
I know it's your first scrum, but we've had issues on this side. Yes. I need you to keep your feet underneath you and stay in the contest.
Maybe it's the jet lag.
Maybe. Of course, we've got to take that into consideration. They were playing a game at home this time last week.
Yeah.
Two against your scrum, let's just keep working on that. No, against your scrum.
Oh, yes,
just be better, okay?
Fine, yeah.
Keep working your height and keep an eye on it.
So a first scrum then for Ben Warren. In for Tom Boeta, who was having a torrid time on the tight head side for Ospreys. Want to change a prop, bring a change of luck, because this is a great position for the home team. Two players on the right-hand side, four on the left, and Morris goes himself straight down Papier's channel. Good carry from the 8. Lake, the next to go. Met by Vermaak. What a tackle from the big lot.
Good. Yeah.
Those two giants hunting in pairs. Edwards, Scully. Little nudge deflected and then picked up by Morgan, but he's knocked it on.
Advantage over.
Looking for a Renser, looking for a bounce, and oh goodness me, doing everything he can to keep it in play. But again, a point I made earlier, even in this situation here with a bouncing ball that could have stuck up for Ospreys, and it's a good take by Morgan, nearly a good take by Morgan, they just never look stressed.
No, absolutely. Broke the gain line, didn't they? Ospreys got in behind, but yeah, Bulls just swept it up, cleared, pushed them back.
More good line-up ball. Lake, Edwards, Morris. Again, Lake, no-look pass, and Edwards has a little dart. Suggestion of a high tackle. Going cross says no dice. Good soft hands, Nagy. Oh, Morris has knocked that on. This, if that sticks, it's trouble.
Two knock-ons, first by Ospreys.
I don't think they'd have caught Curtly Arenza there.
No, they would have seen a clean set of heels there if he got his hands on the ball.
Nothing over the shoulder.
He knows it as well, doesn't he? Oh, was not far off either.
Better. Much better there, okay.
I think firstly Morgan Morris and secondly Dan Edwards, who'd have had to chase him back.
Let's go.
Very relieved men. Plenty to think about. With pretty much everybody. Ospreys on the pitch, of course. International selection coming up as well. Plenty of players on both sides tonight. Always hoping to be involved during the international periods. Oh, big squeeze. Great scrum. And Arenset picks that one up. Papier.
Going back here. One, not driving straight under pressure. Bulls go forward. One, not driving straight under pressure.
Well, this time it's Wilco Louw who picks up the scrum penalty up against Gareth Thomas. And Bulls can come again. We're approaching the last 5 minutes of the half here. They've been pretty much dominant in every aspect of the game, haven't they?
Yeah, they really have. They look far more threatening in attack, but it's like you've referred to, it's just their composure, the fact they're not looking flustered, getting that dominance in the scrum. Ospreys losing players. You just feel like Bulls are just going to slowly wind up the pressure.
Dummy throw.
A couple of mistakes though. Firstly, that forward pass from Louw outside the 22, and then Grobbelaar dummying the throw.
It's just a free kick.
Things for them to focus on
Yeah.
as they go into the sheds at half-time. Awkward spiral for Louw to deal with. He thinks he spotted a gap, and he has. Another fabulous kick, just nurses the ball into touch.
He's so good at those accurate kind of low driving kicks, you know, really gets pinpoint accuracy with them, plenty of speed, so it's really hard for the backfield to get to it, to try and deflect it.
I think Max Nagy's GPS numbers are going to be absolutely crazy at the end of this game because they've just swept him around, haven't they? Side to side to side, chasing kicks.
One stop. Don't change, 5. He's okay. 5, go now.
Vermaak looking to sweep his way through again, looking to disrupt Reuben Morgan-Williams. Doesn't get a clean kick on it. What a take by Elrigh Louw. Under pressure, Andy makes meters.
Step back, play on. Stop here, stop.
Looking for the same kick. Arenset looked as though he was a touch offside there. I think this one might go dead. Well, a couple of errors.
Yeah, well left there by Max Nagy as well. Really good high press from Ospreys in the midfield, putting pressure on that kick. Led by Justin Tipuric, no surprise there.
He's got a bit of a shiner as well, hasn't he?
Yeah.
That's interesting, an interesting stat as well, because going into this weekend, early stages of the URC, Bulls, best gain line success in the league, but still getting most of their meters from kicking. It's quite the juxtaposition, but it really works for them, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's the game plan for him, and most of it is orchestrated from the fullback, Willie Louw. You got him, he is going to be using that kicking game, and he just kicks so well. So it's very hard to field, which gives you then that territorial gain.
Couple of minutes to go till half-time. 26 unanswered points to begin with for Bulls. Ospreys got 5 back. Dewi Lake in the middle of a powerful maul. Oh, another phenomenal scrum. But it's gone backwards in a straight line, so Morgan Morris can rescue something. And Ospreys getting away with a little bit of crossing in the midfield as well. Scully and Reuben Morgan-Williams getting their wires crossed.
No.
Coetzee called off it. Those open sides, they love to sneak round, don't they? Just pretend the ball's out, see what they can get away with. Louw cruises onto that one. And earns a penalty as a result.
2, you're okay. I need more energy to come out the side from you, mate, okay? You're affecting our rival players. Number 8, not rolling.
Going back to the point you made earlier, he's just involved in so much, isn't he?
Yeah, absolutely is. Coach has a great poker face. I mean, now show a little smile, your team are doing well.
Well, they're going to have one last visit to the 22 before the half-time whistle goes.
Okay, open up.
You just see there Morgan Morse on the outside edge there. He gets caught, doesn't he? I think it's a bit clever play, really, by the following up Blues players, making it very difficult for him to get out. But that is what we are seeing now, a tactic more and more.
Stick a little knee in his back. He is not going anywhere. Switch back the other way. Grobbelaar through the hole. Still going, Grobbelaar. He's got Morgan and Thomas for company, but getting closer to the line. And try number 5. Papier, short ball, great line. Has momentum taking him over? It's certainly close. That was Coetzee. Hit a rocket of a line.
Yeah, he
thinks so.
Line, so I have the grounding. I just want to confirm it wasn't knocked down beforehand. I'd agree with you. Okay, Colin, coming up to you.
Okay.
On-field decision is try as I have grounding on the line. Just want to confirm there was no knock-on before the grounding.
Okay, on-field decisions try. We'll check for a knock-on.
That is the voice of Colin Stanley, the TMO today. But it had an air of inevitability about it as soon as Grobbelaar went marching through Ospreys defenders. Is it down? Yeah, that's a try. No separation, ball on the line. And Marcell Coetzee on his first start of the season gets his first try of the season. Ooh, or has he? Or has he? The ball's down there, but that angle, it's certainly shifted. That's not the angle, it's the one we saw before. Now the ball there.
But he loses it there on the ground. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that is so difficult to see.
Watch this now.
Yeah,
okay,
he's lost it there, yeah.
Yeah, come back to me there, Colin. Okay, for me it's pretty clear that 6 has lost control of the ball against the ground before grounding it, so we're going to change our on-field decision because we have a clear knock-on and give a scrum to Ospreys.
Agree.
No try, knock-on.
Some great camera work. Denies that man a try and just about keeps Ospreys in the fight. It's funny, isn't it? We see 3 or 4 angles. It looks like a try all day. Then we see that final one. And it's scrum time.
Big scrum now for Ospreys. You can see Bulls are going to absolutely challenge this and try and get that ball back. If Ospreys can just hold them out, it's a very different half-time talk.
Yes, time is up. Just left of the mark for me.
But if the same thing happens at this scrum that happens at the last scrum, Ospreys could find themselves over the try line. The clock's red.
Crouch.
Last action of the first half.
5. Set. Steady now, no ball.
Reuben Morgan-Williams feeds it in. The squeeze comes on. Morris is going to have a dart at the short side here. And he's going to seek the sanctuary of the touchline to take us through to half-time. Bulls have already got a bonus point in the bag. 2 tries for Curtly Arenza. Elrigh Louw got the show on the road. Papier scored a screamer. And Ospreys got one back through Dewi Lake. Work to be done for the home team. The visitors looking like they are going 3 from 3. Half-time at the Swansea.com Stadium. Ospreys 5, Vodacom Bulls 26. Bulls, the 4 tries in the bag, but really they look like they are cruising here. And at the start of a tour, at the start of a season where they really want to make a dent, that is a great sign.
Yeah, absolutely, and everyone fully fit on the field as well, which is also important when you're starting a big tour. So I wouldn't be surprised if Bulls were to continue in the way they are, another try or two, and they'll start making the substitutions.
Chamberlain gets the second half underway. Ospreys 5, Bulls 26. And Owen Watkin with the first carry.
Use it!
So Reuben Morgan-Williams comes back out. We expect to see Kieran Hardy make his Ospreys debut later. Welsh international, having left Scarlets last season. Quite a pickup as well. Ryan Conbeer has been too. Perhaps surprised a few. They were expecting to see him play in Super Rugby Cymru, the brand new league. But he's had the opportunity to don the black jersey, and he started all 4 games.
Just hold here.
Louw sends that up, Arenza underneath it. He's forced the knock on. Lovely pickup by Moody as well. He is full of classy touches.
Okay, save it. No.
And Louw in midfield. Oh, where's that ball spat up from?
Backwards for me, Ben.
It was a lovely offload.
Okay, 5.
Followed by some clumsy handling, but is still with the Bulls. And Papier, end over end. Well played, Max Nagy. At risk of the turnover. Second man arrives and wins the penalty.
He's the only player on his feet and he's lifting the ball. Number 9's the only player on his feet.
Papier is quietly having an excellent game, isn't he?
Oh, he really is. I mean, we talk about the importance of that speed of ball from the ruck, and yes, of course, it comes down to the collision skills, the breakdown work, but it also comes down to the number 9 and the zip that he's getting on that ball and getting it away.
Line.
Well, the first one missed. I think the fullback caught a boot to the face there. He's been in the wars, actually. He's nursing a shiner. I don't think it came from Toby Booth, but he doesn't look a happy man. Grobbelaar finds his man. Good line-out ball. It's Ludwig who rises highest. Ospreys looking to usher this one towards the touchline. And doing well. Brilliant work from Ospreys. They snuff out the threat, and a big smile on the face of Justin Tipuric.
Sorry? Not for me. Okay, just wait. Ben, hold him.
Absolutely huge moment for Ospreys being able to do this, showing that physicality. That's a big confidence booster.
Well, they've gone for the short ball as well. Don't want to take any risks in this lineup, any risks in this exit.
Step back from White. Use it! Hold.
Reuben Morgan-Williams decides that touch is the best option. He's working hard to try and get something. Perhaps he feels it's a little bit flat out there. And the Bulls readying the first of their replacements.
Wait.
So much strength on this Bulls bench as well. But it's the 15 out there that are doing the damage. Watkin, good tackle on Louw. Back the other way comes Willie Louw. Looking for the 50-22, well watched, and the mark called.
Yes, yeah. Listen quick. Just on the line, please. Yeah.
I mean, when you look at their bench, you've got Akker van der Merwe, Cameron Hannigan, 2 URC Team of the Year players last season. Cobus Visa as well. Marcell Shark decided to go back to South Africa for family reasons, but it's all well and good saying family reasons, but when the Bulls come knocking, surely you say yes please. You're right, I wouldn't play him at poker. Toby Booth, on the other hand, you'd know when he'd been dealt 2-9 off suit, wouldn't you? That's a good collision from Dewi Lake, but he's knocked the ball on in the tackle, so...
Stop there going backwards, it's knocked on in the tackle though too.
But a bit more intensity from Ospreys.
Yeah, they're bringing that bit more of a hustle, aren't they?
Knock on in the tackle.
Big hit there. Dewi Lake.
Clearly step back and they end up off their feet. Like, I'm not going to penalise them. Now, last scrum, I thought there was a step left first, okay? Make sure we stay straight. Perfect.
That was Owen Cross talking to Johan Grobbelaar there, not happy with his scrummaging last time round. Of course, what both teams don't want, or maybe the Bulls do, because of course they're on the beginning of this long tour, is a scoreline like this, a bonus point in the bag. Sometimes we see these games really peter out.
Yeah.
Crouch! Bind!
Certainly not what the ticket buying public here at the Swansea.com stadium want. Another solid scrum. Papier with the options. Luke Morgan's there, Max Nagy's there. And that is another kick dead, Ospreys ball. A couple of those, and you can see what they're trying to do. You don't always get the bounce. Chamberlain, interestingly, signed for Bulls this season, former Shark. He actually played for Sharks against Ospreys in that game that they played at the Stoop last season. Big occasion, Friday Night Lights. Fabulous performance, fabulous win for Ospreys on that night. They've had relative success against South African teams when they played home games away from home.
Yes, yes.
Steady, no ball now.
Another big scrum from Bulls. And they've won it against the head. Ospreys pushed off it. And it ends up in the hands of Papier. Jac Morgan couldn't quite gather it. Here come Bulls again, these brutal back rowers. Getting over that gain line. Another little nudge into space to Clerk. It's a lovely touch. I think Louw got absolutely clattered late, but Creel just keeps going.
Ball available, okay, stay, yeah.
Line speed good, but Vermaak revving the engine. Desperate to get his hands on it. It's going to be a kick chase instead. And that's going to drop just inside the 22, so the chance to call a mark. Just overcooked.
Halfway.
See Willie Louw there, doing what all full-backs do, just pointing at a random part of the line, saying, yeah, it went out there, sir.
Yeah, always worth it, isn't it? Oh, God, look at this dominance again.
Sorry. I see them all connected. I don't see a clear change of angle, okay?
It's just awesome scrummaging, isn't it? Absolutely phenomenal. Over the years, Ospreys taken pride in their scrum. Admittedly, they've lost Nicky Smith to Leicester Tigers this year, but they've still got Gareth Thomas in there, Welsh international, Dewi Lake. Adam Beard, British and Irish Lion, you know. And this Bulls team are making mincemeat out of them. Now the boos ring out because the Ospreys supporters think they've seen a Bulls player lead with the elbow there.
Ball's available. Advantage.
But Owen Cross saw nothing. Ben Breakspear on the far side saw nothing. And Adam Beard can take Ospreys up over halfway. And then knocked on by Louw. Which is actually the last thing Ospreys want because it means another scrum.
Yeah, they would much prefer to have kept that in an offloading manner.
Knock on in the tackle, scrum Ospreys. A forearm lead. Nothing clear.
Yeah, that's what they want to look at. David Creel on Dan Edwards, and in fact they've just played that, so you watching the replays at home, they've just played it up on the big screen as well, and Owen Cross has seen it, he's heard the reaction, and he wants to take a look.
At the screen now when you're ready. Yeah.
Okay, director, you can roll, please.
Well, the home fans have already made their mind up, but unfortunately for them, they don't make the decision.
Yeah, it certainly doesn't look good, does it?
It's the non-carrying ball, it's a lead, and it's straight to the neck. Yes, straight to the neck and head area. Okay,
yes,
can we
just
just...
to the neck area.
Okay, Colin, just play that at real speed for me one more time, please. Okay, just play that at real speed, just want to see the level of danger.
Coming now.
Thank you. Okay, you can come back to me, Colin. Okay, so it's clear. We have a clear forearm lead from 12 Bulls. It's the non-carrying ball arm, and I'm seeing him lead with the forearm straight into the neck and head area of Ospreys 10. I'm seeing a high degree of danger and no mitigating circumstances. You agree?
Agree.
Yeah, so we're looking at a red card, so.
Yes.
Thank you.
Well, a huge moment, not just in this game, but in this tour for Bulls. David Creel shown a red card. He'll miss the rest of this game. And he'll be suspended for the majority of this visit overseas. A massive moment.
It's inside. I think it's here, is it? Yeah,
David Creel, given his marching orders. Half an hour to go. And that'll be a real shot in the arm for Ospreys. Wow.
That is a really big call, but as you could hear, the referees going through the letter of the law. Very little mitigation and direct contact to the head, so...
I'll give you time to match up, okay? I'll give you time to match them. 7.
It's one of those ones that you can miss in real time, but when you see the replay, the referee has to take action there. Now, how quickly can Ospreys get something? I think these phases of play absolutely huge. That is a heavy carry.
Stay now.
Now, Dewi Lake wants it. Dewi Lake gets it. Lovely offload to Morris. Tipuric desperate to get his hands on the ball. Out the back to Edwards. Nagy trying to get it quickly to Luke Morgan. Gets there eventually. But the move kind of breaks down. Bulls looking to create them all. They have created them all. But Ospreys have kept the ball available. Lake, Edwards. That bounces up to Watkin. Watkin to Beard. Beard. Oh, it's a terrible pass.
So we have a forward pass, so we're not playing on.
Adam Beard.
It's an attempt to catch for me from the Bulls player.
There was so much space there, but the distribution let him down. But I think if Owen Watkin carries on there, he might have had the beating of Ruan Vermaak.
Yeah, absolutely, and putting your hand through that, referee's going to look at that.
Well, I think this might be a yellow card, because it looked like he went for it with two hands, but then it's just a flappy one. And Elrigh Louw could be in trouble.
Colin, coming to you, just want to check for potential deliberate knock-on there by the Bulls. On field, I have an attempt to catch. Just need to confirm that.
Okay, yeah. we'll get the angles now for you.
Perfect.
Well, Colin Stanley in the warmth of the TMO box is a busy boy. So the original decision is an attempted catch.
Okay. We have cover. It's not an attempt to catch for me, but we have cover, so I'm saying, you agree with that? No, I'm happy there's defender on the outside. Just play that last one through there, Colin. Okay, come back to me, so Colin, please.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not an attempt to catch by the Bulls player, so it's a deliberate knock-on, it's cynical. It denies an attacking opportunity, but there is cover, so I'm seeing a yellow card only and nothing further. Do you agree?
Yes, agree.
Just confirm the number.
Bulls are down to 13.
Confirm the number, please, for me, Colin.
What a phenomenal turn of events.
The player that's gone for the HIA is... Okay.
So Elrigh Louw.
Number 8 is gone for the HIA, but it's a yellow card also, okay, for deliberate knockout. So it's clearly deliberate. It's not an attempt to catch the ball, that's why it's a deliberate knockout for me, okay?
Elrigh Louw in the bin. Bulls down to 13. Ospreys with 10 minutes to really make hay. First career red card for David Creel as it stands.
Okay. Just wait a second. So, can we confirm that the player who came on for the HIA has gone off, lads?
Shakweni is on in the front row. And now it's time to get out your fingers and toes and count that they've got the correct numbers of players out there.
Perfect. Okay, let's get a replacement. Okay, just hold him there. So just to confirm, 8 wasn't replaced for that HIA, yes? Perfect. We're getting a substitution for number 1. Bring him on.
Yes, there's 13 players out there. Now Shakweni comes on.
No, not for this competition.
First season with Bulls.
Okay,
Cheetahs last season, used to play for Kings in the Pro 14 era as well.
One step, please.
What Ospreys would give to strike quickly here. Oh, but it's been just knocked on. They look to try and pick it off there. Nortjé couldn't get there. Scrum advantage. That's over quickly. Dewi Lake tackled by Coetzee. Excellent tackle too. And a penalty. Oh, what a turnover. What an impact. What an arrival. Shakweni, he's only just on the pitch. And that is a big moment. And when your back's against the wall, that is what you want from your replacements.
I was happy with it.
Oh, absolutely. And what's this doing? Just winding down the clock now as well, whilst they've got that turnover. Take their time, kick this ball as long as possible.
Okay, time off. Number 2 and number 6, is it? Okay.
It's just a one plus cleaner over that. Way too late there. Reuben Morgan-Williams is not the person that should be clearing out over that ruck.
He's giving away, what, 35, 40 kilos there?
Yeah, just a bit miscommunication there in the carries. They would never carry that close with just a one person over the ruck.
So Marcell Coetzee is replaced by Cameron Hannicombe. Of course, Cameron Hannicombe,
Line it over.
Welsh eligible, phenomenally talented back rower. It's almost like he's dangling a little carrot. But many people are perhaps tipping him to go all the way with the box. He is a serious player. So 2 minutes into the 13-man period.
Left again, please.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Same pictures and same message to you now. If you want to go forward, lads, stay straight, stay connected. Okay?
Wilco Louw still out there, but Aka van der Merwe has come in. URC Team of the Year hooker. A few Springbok caps. One against Wales, in fact.
Set. Height. Use it.
Morris. Watkin on the crash ball. Patience required from both teams. In attack from Ospreys, in defence from Bulls. They can't afford many more penalties. They certainly can't afford another card. Ben Warren. Beard finds Edwards. Quick hands now. Jac Morgan out there in the wide channel. What a carry! What an offload! Reuben Morgan-Williams gets it away, and Conbeer's in. Ospreys back in business. Could they? Surely not.
Gosh, it would be a really big comeback if they could, but they are doing what they can right here, right now, and they're taking advantage of the fact that the Bulls are 2 players down. Oh, Jac Morgan, what about that for a run? 4 or 5 players on him, he's fending them off. The Bulls do so well, actually, to push Ospreys into this wide channel. Look, there's loads of Bulls players, but it's an individual brilliance there from Jac Morgan, just fending players off. And then the follow-up play from the support runners.
Lovely instincts there. First Morgan-Williams on the inside, then the second inside ball. Just to bring them to a 2-score deficit. Tough one for Edwards. Sneaks inside the upright. 12-26. First points of the second half. What about this carry from Jac Morgan?
And he wasn't even just fending off backs there. There was a forward in there, a much bigger forward than him that he fended off. He's incredible, isn't he?
On the field, the Greatbanks side from England, 16, 17, 23, 21. Sam Parry, Garyn Phillips, Jac Walsh, and his Ospreys team, Kieran Hardy.
Well, a change of halfbacks for Ospreys then. Yes, Kieran Hardy. This is his first touch in black. Renowned for his kicking game. Not sure that was supposed to go there. Knocked on by Ospreys. Jac Walsh coming on for Dan Edwards.
No. There's no advantage. It's knocked on in the air first. It's a scrum.
Jac Walsh was man of the match in the season opener against Dragons. A game that Ospreys
contest first in the air.
Somehow lost. They did incredibly well to lose that game.
Scrum.
Yeah, I was there at that one. That was a frustrating battle. But Jac Walsh, he was absolutely pivotal, not only in defence but in attack as well. His kicking game, he was playing at 15 for that one.
Stay straight in the contest.
You talk about these utility players, the fly halves that can do a real job at 15 as well. So important to the depth of the squad.
16. Let's go, please.
The Bulls in no rush, and they're going to take every second that referee Owen Cross allows them to.
Let's go, tempo please, both sides. Thank you.
Sam Parry and Gerhard Phillips on as well. So time for a new front row to paint a picture for the referee.
Advantage.
Straight away, Bulls pick up a penalty advantage. Willie Louw, one-handed, as calm as you like. Curtly Arenza on a hat-trick. 2 first-half tries and hits the afterburners there and finds Papier.
Backwards.
Second touch for the winger. Off the boot of Watkin. Manages to find grass with the kick, so we'll go back for the penalty. And I wonder what they'll do here. Maybe a little go for the poles. What do you think?
Number 17 hinging under pressure.
I'd be surprised if they do. I think they haven't got any points on the board this half. I think they're going to want more than 3.
Number 17 hinging under pressure.
So Gerhard Phillips being given a hard time by Wilco Louw.
Ball. There's one coming this way.
See, there's me thinking pragmatically. 3 points, eat some time out of the clock.
Just under 5, thanks. Yeah. Oh,
in fact, that's exactly what they're going to do. Well, it makes sense, doesn't it? It takes them beyond 2 converted tries. They've got a few minutes to go then until they're back up to 14. Still yet to find out if Elrigh Louw has passed his HIA or not. But the scrum, what a weapon.
The shot clock's already started, then, okay?
He's been to the barbers, hasn't he? Fresh mullet for the cameras. Chamberlain, 3 from 4 so far. All conversions, 6 points to his name. That is not a great strike.
22.
The scoreboard remains unchanged, 12-26. Still a quarter of the game to go.
Ospreys all behind.
It's Jack Walsh taking on kicking duties now. Dan Edwards is off the pitch. He's on 149 points for Ospreys. Could go up over 150 tonight. Oh, that's been knocked on by Nagy.
First knock on by Ospreys in the air, second knock on by Bulls.
And again, these are just the little wins that Bulls are starting to get. Change momentum back in their favour, stop momentum for Ospreys. Close this game out and take 5 points.
It's
moving a little bit gingerly. And they've already brought on Hardy, Scully, Jack Walsh. They're out of back replacements.
Yeah, there's been some fierce competition, hasn't there, on those high balls.
Well, the Wales staff watching on. Of course, it was announced a couple of weeks ago that he's been in Wales long enough that he's now eligible for selection. Certainly offers a different dynamic at 15.
Use it.
Up the short side goes Papier. Oh, a loose one. He saw the headlines, didn't he, Papier?
Yeah.
Just stay in your game.
If you're just joining us for the second half, make sure you watch his try in the first half. Like a greased eel.
Yeah, where he doesn't kick. He just uses his wheels. That was a really difficult angle to try and get a chip on there. Very ambitious.
Parry finds his man, Adam Beard. Actually, got a try against Bulls last time they visited the Swansea.com stadium, did Sam Parry. If he can pick one up tonight, then we really do have a game. Hardy needs that ball before it goes into touch.
Just stop.
Crossfield, looking for Morgan.
No touch for me there, Ben.
It's off the shins. And Louw has made a right mess of that. Hacked into space. Nagy giving chase, but Papier's back there. He's quick, but it's a great chase. Hardy's there. Nagy's there. Bulls are inside their own 22.
No. Use it.
It's a little bit messy. It doesn't matter how it gets there. Willie Louw. Oh, what a kick. He stayed down after it. But it was one of those ones, it just teased Jack Walsh, didn't it? He believed for a second.
Sorry.
But it's ambitious from Ospreys. That's what they bring Walsh on for.
The lads are timing it on the sideline.
But they're asking the question there about the yellow card. It won't be long.
Advantage over.
Curtly Arenza kicks away the advantage. Ospreys looking for something that didn't quite come off. Morgan. Oh, great tackle. Jac Morgan. Throws himself about, doesn't he, the loose head. There's Gerhard Phillips doing the same, ball in hand.
Yes, you're putting him in there, use it now.
Nagy. Watkin. Just gets up over halfway.
It's brought back in, lads.
Looking for the boot. No 50-22. Chamberlain. Again finds touch. So Bulls should be back up to 14 shortly, and they've got Cobus Visa readying himself.
Perfect. Yes.
Absolute giant of a man.
Okay. 21.
And he's coming on to replace Elrigh Louw, who failed the HIA. Well, he's another one who's going back to South Africa, having reached a Premiership final in his time with Sale Sharks. I think Jac Morgan has hurt that shoulder in that big chop tackle where he chased hard.
Yeah. Yes.
But he's looking to empty the tank out there, isn't he? Alaluto Shakweni. Turnovers, chop tackles. Gone are the days where you can just be a scrummaging loosehead.
Just get set up here, Ben, okay?
Yeah, demands on every position now, aren't there?
Okay, Bulls.
I mean, I played back in the good old days where a winger never went near a ruck.
No,
it was
why
great.
would you?
No.
And they're getting chalk on your boots like you're supposed to. Sam Parry, more good line-out ball. Walsh looked a bit forward and was.
Clearly forward, lads. Scrum. Good work, boys. Forward pass, scrum, Bulls.
Strange, isn't it? There's plenty of time on the clock. And Ospreys, they're trying things here, but it feels as though they're rushing and they're making errors. There's little knock-ons, there's little forward passes.
If we get you two guys set, the rest will follow, okay? Yeah.
So just over 15 minutes to go.
Much better at last time. Much better from both on heights. Keep that, please.
Yeah, you're definitely playing at poker. You'd know exactly what he's got. Can you imagine the smile on his face if he got 2 aces?
Crouch! Bind! Set! Height! Use it! Use it! No, it's stationary for me first. I understand your point. I can't reward you unless I said use it.
Fairly explained.
Yeah, as soon as you get that call of use it.
I think a bit early for me on the use it call, okay? Okay, lads, we got to stay in the contest here as well, okay? Yes. Quick reset. Step back off the mark. There you go. Thank you.
Well, I think it is ambitious to ask for a quick reset here, particularly as it's Bulls ball. Just protecting that lead, protecting that bonus point.
Okay. No. Okay. I don't want to shoot you like kids, but I'm going to have to. So you said come up to the left of my mark, and you come to the left there. Lads, there's been no issues in the game really on the setup. Get it better now, please. Both of you. Yes, happy there.
Some really interesting results in the URC this weekend. Benetton, big winners over Sharks. Scarlets beating Cardiff in Cardiff. Massive win in the Welsh derby.
Bind!
Edinburgh responding from last week, beating Stormers 38-7. And Leinster in that huge clash in front of 80,000, winning 26-12.
Don't 9, stay out.
Ulster and Connacht, that game's still live. And we've got what, just under 15 minutes of this one remaining.
Keep retrieving.
Max Nagy up the channel. He's happy to let it bounce.
It's inside. Okay, keep coming. Keep coming.
Another good kick. Walsh assesses the options.
Ospreys retreat. Oh, that.
Slice that. And again, the bouncing ball, the good chase, and back goes Keiran Moody. Skips up to Walsh in the deep field. There's Conbeer, try scorer. Good footwork from Watkin. He's actually looked light on his feet at the start of this season. Another short ball for Phillips. And flirting with how flat it was.
Touched all on.
Oh, what a take. That is not an easy skill that Chamberlain's executed there. Sliding forward, full gas.
Users!
And again, Bulls can take the sting out of it with Papier. And that trusty right boot. Morgan.
Not clearly held, play on. Tackle.
Oh, Nokia. Slows the ball down so well. Tipuric in the wide channel. Scully. Steenekamp over it. Oh, Steenekamp clamps down so hard. And there's just no way to build momentum when there are so many threats. Great work from Cameron Hannigan.
I'm leaving, I'm sorry. If you could just walk away and stay away, that'll help. Yeah, thank you. Just here. Okay, bring him on.
Francois Klopper
There you go. Yes, thank you.
coming on to close this game out after an almighty shift from Wilco Louw.
Perfect.
So 2 all-new front rows now for both Bulls and Ospreys.
Okay.
You don't see many 70-minute shifts from tight heads these days.
Ball.
No, that's a really good shift.
Don't change, 7.
And this is a really good maul. You've got Tipuric there,
Don't stop.
trying to be a nuisance. Might have got himself on the right side there. Oh, can't quite find the touchline.
Stay, Ospreys.
Van der Merwe takes it down.
Yeah.
Coetzee
Backwards.
Arenza in broken field, often real trouble. That ball's gone backwards once, then twice. It's loose, but it's still in white hands until Ospreys this time.
Nice and easy, nice and easy. Okay, captain. Nice and easy, lads.
Get over that ball, and Jac Morgan is giving it to Curtly Arenza there.
Okay, lads.
He's been standout, hasn't he, in this game? His physicality, his work rate over the ball, work rate around the park. How many times do we see him popping up in those wide channels?
Sorry. I'll always get out of your way.
I wonder what he was saying to him there, asking him if he'd ever heard of Wine Street, perhaps.
Line. Okay. On the 10-metre line.
Five.
And it's that time of the rugby calendar where people start to talk about British and Irish Lions selection, and the perceived wisdom is there won't be a huge amount of Welsh players, but if there is one, then maybe. Jac Morgan has got a chance, certainly, to talk. He can stay fit. A real asset to any team. Oh, Gerhard Phillips is clattered by Coetzee, but it was high. Hardy has a little dart.
Well, yeah.
And then Morgan taken off the ball, so penalty advantage here. Another strong carry from the Ospreys captain.
There's a knock on there. Okay, wait. Yeah. Okay, time off.
Colin Stanley's about to wake up from his slumber again.
Check the first tackle by Bulls 17.
Okay, we'll check the high tackle by Bulls 17 coming up now.
Coetzee, the man who could be in hot water. Does that look like the face of a guilty man?
Okay.
Oh, it's head on head. Now a decision to be made.
You're always running such a risk when you're coming in as that second tackler, because the first tackle will affect what you see in front of you, and you very rarely had time to react to it.
Okay. So we have clear head contact. We have foul play as number 17 is upright. There's a high degree of danger here. However, the actions of the initial attacker have driven the ball carrier into this player's space. So I'm seeing mitigation. Agree with those facts?
Yes, agree.
Yeah, so we're looking at a yellow card for 17. Thank you.
It's going to be a third card of the game for Bulls.
Number 17.
And they are going to finish the game with 13. A yellow for Elrigh Louw, a yellow for Alulutho Coetzee, and a red for David Creel. Ospreys still need 2 converted tries. They need 3 scores. But if ever there was an opportunity to get their first win against the Bulls in the URC, surely these next 9 minutes present that opportunity.
It's still a big ask, isn't it? But down to 13. They've got to try and take advantage.
And they've got to try and get something from the game, haven't they? Losing bonus point, try bonus point, something. I mean, don't write off the Bulls going at the other end and scoring themselves. But it starts here. Little dart and a great tackle. Coetzee chopping down Kieran Hardy. Gerhard Phillips goes again. Actually surprised there's no HIA for him, having worn that head to the chops. Here's Morris. Tries to step around Klopper. Good ball speed. Watkin. Short ball. It's gone backwards. Again, Nagy looking to free those hands. Can't manage it. And Ospreys hemorrhage a couple of metres. Tipuric. Morgan in at first receiver, but that ball was never going beyond that. Walsh. Oh, it's offside. That's a penalty. That is a rotten piece of luck. Morgan Morris isn't entirely sure what's just happened.
Front, he's offside.
Oh.
Well, that's a much sharper haircut than it used to be.
Yeah, it's very sharp with a bit of highlights in the front as well. Lovely
It's a bit
stuff.
like yours, actually, Phil. Same barber.
There you go.
Oh, and they know as soon as it's happened. Morgan Morris. That's a brilliant tackle, isn't it?
Yeah.
Kovac.
Absolute textbook.
5 calls.
And he turtles him, doesn't he? Puts him on his back, so it actually opens him up then for to have the ball ripped off him as well.
And of course, Jack Walsh, who gave away the penalty, when the ball bounces up into the breadbasket, it's just your instincts to catch it.
Okay, advantage. Ospreys collapsing. Number 18 collapsing. Use it!
Ben Warren collapses. Bulls playing with an advantage, chipping into space for Louw to chase, and it sits up for him nearly.
Stop there. No. Yeah. Number 18 collapsing them all.
Well, it's not been vintage Bulls in the second half, particularly given the quality we saw from them in the first half, but given they'll have spent 20 minutes of this second half with 13 players on the pitch. They've done incredibly well, and it's looking more and more like it is 5 points on the road to continue this undefeated start to the season.
Yeah, it'll be an interesting perspective from the coach, wouldn't it? Because there's one way of looking at it. Yes, defensively they've done very well. They've managed that time. They did give away one try in the second half, but still. But then again, on the flip side, you can't be giving away that many cards.
Yeah.
You know, they're going to come up against tougher opposition who will be more clinical in tighter games to come.
The next up, it is Scarlets, a much improved Scarlets from last season. That's good ball, Ludwig.
He's thrown across, landed there, then happy.
Yes, high.
Advantage. 7 thrown across.
And another penalty advantage, Justin Tipuric. Going across illegally, Moody. That's a little go himself. Jac Morgan was upright there, but manages to make the tackle.
You still have advantage.
Klopper. Visa. Again, straight over the gain line he goes, as does Vermaak.
Black offside number, Ben.
Drop goal. Chamberlain sends it up to put it beyond 2 converted tries.
Okay.
But that misses wide and will go back for the penalty.
You've a throw across penalty over here. You've an offside here. Just a mark for the offside and number, Ben. Number? Number 22 offside. Okay. Shot a goal. 22.
And that will be it.
Thrown across in the line, you landed on the front lifter, affected formation. That's how we saw it. Just go back 10 metres for me, please.
What it means for Bulls
he's not.
is 1 minute closer to victory. What it means for Ospreys is 2 scores for a bonus point. Chamberlain. He's going to eke as many seconds out of this as he can. 20 to go on the shot clock. 3.5 minutes to go in the match. 29-12. A workmanlike performance from these Bulls. An incredibly, since going down to 13 for the second time, they lead that period by 3 points to 0.
Yeah, they really have managed their space well. And it comes to those dominant collisions, they're just slowing everything down. So Ospreys haven't been able to take advantage of that shortened line.
A debut for Ospreys, Will Greatbanks coming in.
Okay, time back on.
It's Soyo Charon last season in Pro D2. Again, Welsh eligible, and Toby Booth believes he's got a pretty high ceiling, so he's going to be given an opportunity here.
Knock on. Ben. Scrum Ospreys.
Now, with 77 minutes on the clock, when a comedy of errors led to Ospreys leading to Dragons. There's 77 minutes on the clock here.
Number 7.
And if they score quickly, then they could well have an opportunity to get that. Maybe try bonus point and losing bonus point, but it needs to happen sharpish. Oh, here we go, the old confusion about who's being substituted here. Is it Reinhardt Ludwig?
Number 17 has been given a yellow card. The replacement at the position.
Sorry, lads, I can't hear you.
So that means he can't come back on for the scrum.
Okay, have we got any more front row loose head replacements, guys?
From the Bulls team.
Of course, we've got the chaotic situation here where Gerhard Steenekamp can't come back on. Shakweni has had the yellow card, so we can't have a competitive
and then we need any
front row.
front row players on for someone else. We're going uncontested. Yeah, okay. So let me explain. We need to lose the player now for the yellow card causing uncontested scrums, so we need one player off for you guys, and then we need any more available front row players on for someone else. Okay?
Okay, so just a question. Our other looser is obviously injured.
Yeah.
So
but it's the yellow card that's caused uncontested scrums, so that overrules all that.
So, like a hooker?
No, yeah, we need one player off first, and then we need a front row player on for someone else.
Our 4 lock is already off?
We know we need someone else.
So we're playing with 11.
So, lads, I need a player of someone who's coming off.
So somebody, our hooker must come on.
Number 5, okay, you're going off. Number 5 is going off. Okay, and have we any more available front row players? No.
Clear? Got it? Good. Ruan Nortjé off.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, okay, 5. I didn't see 4.
4's there.
Yeah, okay, 4 you
No, Ruan Nortjé back off.
4's gone off. Yeah, sorry.
And it's Ruan Vermaak who has in fact left the field.
So there's no more available front row players? There is. Okay, so who's he replacing? What numbers? And who's coming off?
So Johan Grobbelaar is coming back on.
For causing uncontested scrums.
And would the last man off the Bulls bench please turn off the lights? Look at Justin Tipuric's face.
We need one more player to come off. Yes. I understand this is frustrating, but we just want to get this right, okay?
Well, this game had 3 minutes to go, 10 minutes to go.
I know, gosh.
But Owen Cross in complete
we're
control.
waiting for the number. Captain, I need one more player to go now also to be replaced. Yes. So one player needs to go off so we need one player off. One more player needs to go. Thank you. Yeah.
So for the second time, Ruan Nortjé does leave the field. It's an uncontested scrum.
8 players in the scrum now as well. Okay. 8 players in the scrum.
There has to be 8 players in the scrum. It's Ospreys put in,
Yes.
and this is a phenomenal opportunity to score a try. But the clock is ticking, so it needs to happen, and it needs to happen quickly.
Yeah, let's go. Yes,
So with Papier defending the short side at the moment, it'll be interesting to see where he swings off the back of this, because there were just 4 players.
Yeah.
Crouch, bind, set.
And out it comes. Here come Ospreys through Walsh. Walsh skips away, Walsh gets away! Lovely offload. Ospreys a metre short. Kieran Hardy has a dart the other way. It's an advantage to Ospreys, but they don't need penalties. They need tries. They're queuing up. Nagy off the right hand. It's a lovely pass out there to the captain, Jac Morgan, but he's denied. Hardy has a dart. He's denied. Still advantage. 90 seconds to go. Ospreys need to score, and they need a restart. There's Morris. Can he make a big contribution on his 100th? Sam Parry. Ospreys agonisingly close. Into the last minute. So close. Short dive. Owen Cross says no.
Leave it 16. Short again.
Short again. Sam Parry gets his hands on the ball, but it's drilled by Walsh, picked up by Nagy. He's going towards the touchline. Chamberlain ushers him in, and finally we go back for the penalty. Ospreys go, Hardy goes, desperate for a debut try. A pick and a go.
Short.
Still short. Ospreys with a 3-man advantage. They keep it tight, and they are over. It's Morgan Morris on his 100th appearance. Gives Ospreys the chance of a bonus point, the chance of a try bonus. Jack Walsh drop goal conversion. Flags go up. It's 19:29. We will get a restart. Bulls will win the match, but will Ospreys leave empty-handed?
Well, they threw absolutely everything at that. I think a lot of people were screaming for them to let that ball go wide. There was huge overlaps on both sides of the field, but they kept it tight. They used their power game, and they got it in the end.
Okay, perfect. Okay,
so Lewis Jones is on his first game of the season. The clock's red. And Bulls go searching for any error, any penalty, anything to end this game. What a game it's been. Walsh shovels that on. Watkin. Ospreys are going to have to do it from their own 22. Walsh, little goose step.
Leave it 13.
And what Bulls don't want to do here is concede a penalty and allow Ospreys to get another 30, 40 metres up the pitch. Max Nagy sees a couple of front rowers, tries to get away from them. Helped on by Watkin. Morris. He's got Morgan outside him. And Ospreys just happy to go side to side, and Bulls drifting with them. Another strong carry from Nagy. Needs to be careful because Hannekam's sniffing around, and Hannekam gets the penalty, the turnover. Great contribution at the breakdown since coming on. And Bulls, in a chaotic second half, get a business-like 5 points on the road. They were sublime at times in the first half. They were rugged, in discipline, but ultimately gritty in the second. It's the second time in 2 weeks that Ospreys draw a blank, and Bulls, they go 3 from 3 and get their tour off to the perfect start. It finishes at the Swansea.com stage.